What's up, people of YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, the world, Malaysia? Well, it's your boy here, Su, coming back to you guys with more YouTube videos to bring you guys more gains. And today's video is back day. Yeah, the workout description is just below the video, so be sure to check the workout description if you want to know whatever the fuck I did for back day. Okay, now why bend over barbell rows? Well, for the bend over barbell rows, I prefer using the traditional grip instead of the reverse grip. The traditional grip is as demonstrated in the video, having a wrist pronated, and the reverse grip is having your wrist supinated. So the difference between these two is having a wrist pronated allows you to engage your lats and your rhomboids. However, the reverse grip engage your lats, your rhomboids, and your biceps. Why? Well, take a look at my arm. When your wrist is pronated, you're not engaging your biceps. However, when your wrist is supinated, boom! Look, the biceps contracts. It's as if you're doing a chin-ups. So imagine you stacking the barbell with 20, 30, 40, 60 kgs on each side. You're actually going to strain your bicep if you're not doing or executing the proper form. So if you're going on heavy with the bend over barbell rows, use the traditional grip. However, if you're going on light, you want to get that nice big shape back, go for the supinated grip. I sometimes tend to alternate between weeks. One week I'll be doing the supinated, the other week I'll be doing the pronated. That way you get the best out of both worlds, right? So this is a tip for you guys. The second workout is pull-ups. And pull-ups, ladies and gentlemen, is mandatory for every back day, right? The reason number one is if you want to develop a big wide back, do your pull-ups because it actually engages your entire back to perform the movement. That's reason number one. The second reason why you should do your pull-ups is it actually expands the anterior portion of your chest. What I mean by, if you realize the proper way to do your pull-ups is to have your chest close to the bar. So as you're pulling your chest close to the bar, it actually expands your chest. And as you expand your chest, you push your shoulders behind. Having to perform in such movements allows you to improve your thoracic extension. So instead of having your shoulders to flump forward due to incorporating a lot of push exercise like chest days, shoulder day, or even tricep exercises, you can push back your shoulder due to pull-ups, allows you to have the right posture and it makes you feel better. Alright, that's the second reason why you should do your pull-ups. And the third reason why you should do your pull-ups, well, this is one of my favorite. It actually elongates your spine, right? It elongates and stretches your muscle because we are constantly compressing our spine due to daily activities. We slouch and we get into movements or postures that actually compresses our spine. So to get the most out of your pull-ups, what you want to do is you basically like me, for example, I pick 10 repetitions for every set. So if I cannot finish 10 repetition, right? If I cannot finish 10 repetition, what I will do is, say for example, I only managed to do 4 repetitions with the pull-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Then I follow with the second exercise. Well, they call it inverted bench row, I guess. Well, what you want to do is you look for a bench or use a Smith machine basically, or use a machine I'm showing you in the video right now, and you pull yourself. You basically use a pronated grip, right? Use a pronated grip and you pull yourself, pull all the fucking way up. below your chest level. This is how you want to pull, below your chest level. That way you're able to engage your rhomboids and your lats. If you happen to push above, you're actually engaging your real delts and your rhomboids. You're not engaging your lats. The pull-up's main function is to engage your lats, alright? The lats, remember. Oh, the lats, man, the lats, alright? So, that's a tip I can give you guys for the pull-ups. If you can do your pull-ups, do the inverted bench row. I hope it helps. The third workout, T-bar rows. And T-bar rows is actually a great workout for your lats, your trapezius, and your rectus, for that matter, alright? So, the way how this workout works is basically when you're pulling up using the close grip, you're actually having your lats to squeeze your trapezius and your rectus. And the best way to get the most out from this workout is to squeeze and pause at the top. You heard me, guys? You squeeze and you pause at the top. Alright? That's how you get the most out from this workout. That's how you contract your back and gain more without hurting yourself. If you happen to jerk the movement, alright, you go 80 to 85 to even 90% of your maximum weight, you're actually going to have your lower back to compensate for the movement. And if you do not squeeze at the top, you will not have your rectus and your trapezius to contract. You're actually doing halfway through the movement. So that way, you ain't getting no gains, right? Now the second tip I can give to you guys is your grip. So many of these guys I see from the gym, basically they like to hold it this way. Not really sure why, but I advise you to not hold it that way because you'll be having your biceps and your forearm to compensate the movement, right? Basically, when you have your thumbs out from the movement, you will engage your back more. So that's how you get most from this workout. It's not just this workout. Every back workout, have your thumbs out. That way you can engage your back more. Alright, so I hope this tip actually helps you. Next workout. Fourth workout. And the fourth workout is wide grip T-bar row. Now, the way how you want to perform the wide grip T-bar row is the same as you performing the close grip T-bar row. The only difference between these two is, well, one is you're pulling close to your upper chest, well, you're actually engaging your upper back, and the other one is you're pulling either below or, how would I say, same level with your nipple area, alright? Because that way you can engage your lats, alright? That's the only difference. Now, another tip I can give to you guys is when you're lifting the weight off the floor, you want to brace your core, you want to tighten your legs, you want to tighten your back, and see your body as a single unit when lifting the weights off the floor. That way, you won't have your lower back to compensate to lift the weights off the floor, and then you can risk from getting yourself in an injured state. That's what we all want, right? Now, what we need to do the wide grip T-bar row is very important, especially for those who love to do front squats. Well, you see, when performing the front squats, you are required to have your chest, alright? Your chest, your titties, have your chest up, right? And then when you're performing this movement, you need to have your back behind at all time, right? This is why it's very important to have a really strong upper back. That way you can perform the front squats. Now, the second issue here is there are not much real dead exercise where you can lift heavy. And doing the wide grip T-bar row allows you to engage your upper back at the same time engage your rear delts, right? So this is why the wide grip T-bar row is essential for every back, and well, you can also incorporate in your shoulder workout, right? Now the last workout is lats pull down. And the reason why I love to do lat pull down at the end of the working session is because, well, it allows you to isolate your back even more. With that being said, I love to have it using the supinated instead of the pronated, although I did say that it can injure your biceps. However, when performing the lat pull downs, you're actually having your hips to push your body or lean back when going heavy, and then encouraging to isolate or squeeze the lats even more, right? So that's one of the reasons why you should do your lat pull down. You're able to squeeze your lats even more, and you can consistently progress because you increase the weights over the time, right? However, for the pull-ups, well, you're actually promoting functional strength, right? You're having small muscle groups, you're having an entire upper body to lift your weight up. But here's the downside. Well, your body eventually will get used with your body weight, right? So at that time you realize, oh fuck it, I'm not going to grow any size on my lats. And that's when you realize you gotta do with the pull-ups. Well, some gyms provide you with belts or apparatus to allow you to do with the pull-ups. Eventually, using the dumbbells in the long run won't be able to help you with the pull-ups. That's because imagine stacking 40 kg dumbbells in your leg to do with the pull-ups. Impossible, right? That ain't realistic. So this is the reason why you gotta do your lat pull downs and your pull-ups during back day. That way you can get much more bigger. That I guess that's big considering I'm just weighing around 69-70 kg. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave the comment down the video, like the video, subscribe the video, and have a good day guys. Catch you next time.